Hey everyone, I'm Megan from Local Color, and today I'm going to teach you how to paint one of my favorite Lilly Pulitzer prints. It's a sailboat print and it's called Hey Baby. This is a free class, but if you enjoy it and would like to support my small business, please visit localcolorobx.com and click on the event calendar. And before we get started, I would like to say a very special hello to Teresa. Your kids, Julia, Lucas, Amy, and Leah, organized this class for you for Mother's Day. So happy Mother's Day to you and happy Mother's Day to all moms. And now I'm going to flip the camera over and teach you how to paint Hey Baby. The first thing we're going to do is sketch out our sailboats. So we are going to start with this straight line. And if you have a ruler or a straight edge, you can use that. And just do a line that comes from here down to about there. Then I'm going to freehand just a line down like that, a little bit further. And then line that curves about out to the edge of the canvas. That. And then I'm going to use my ruler again to do this sailboat so it overlaps this one. Let's see. And it comes out like this. And then like that. And then we'll just draw a little line that connects from here to here. And then we're going to do these two. I'm going to start down here. Come up. Back down like that, and then the same for the other one. Okay, so now that we have the turquoises down, we are going to add just straight blue. And it's the same technique, but I don't do quite as much of it. Do a lot over here. And I blow dried the turquoise before I started this because I didn't want it to blend in too much with the blue. I want the blue to stay really blue. Bring a little bit of it to the edges. Flip it so I can get the edges. a little bit more down here. Okay, so I'm going to blow dry this, and then we get to start on our sailboats. Okay, so next we are going to use a small brush and outline our sailboats with turquoise. You don't have to use turquoise. You could use really any color that you want, but in the print, Hey Baby, they're outlined in turquoise, and you can use light or dark. It really is up to you. And a trick for when you have to do things that are like kind of fine lines like this, if you dip in a little bit of water in your water cup and swirl it into the paint, it kind of like loosens it up and just makes it flow a lot more easily. And I personally feel like it makes it easier to make like a fine line. Okay, and now that I have that mixed up, the first thing I'm gonna do is move this because I'm going to turn my canvas sideways, because it is a lot easier for me to go across like that than it is to go up and down. So feel free to flip your canvas around whichever way feels best. And just go along that line. You don't have to do it all in one stroke. You can kind of do a little bit at a time. Ooh, my paint wasn't dry and I just put my wrist in it. So I'll just paint over that. Okay, so we are all outlined, and the next thing we're going to do is mix up another shade of turquoise because we are going to fill this kind of little triangle area in. And to make that shade, I'm just gonna take some green. That's more green than I wanted, but we can fix that by adding some more white and some more blue. And again, feel free to use whatever colors you want to fill in your sailboats. And if you paint this today, please post a picture in the comments. I love to see what everyone has done. Do this again. Okay, and I should have kept that brush because we are going to mix up 2 more shades of turquoise. So we're going to do, for these lines and dots, we're going to do 2 darker shades, one that's more green, so I'm gonna add some more green to this, also a little bit more blue. And then just add some more blue to this. Okay, so those are 2 new darker shades of turquoise. And just like we did before, I'm gonna take a little bit of water and swirl it into each of these to loosen it up a little bit. And I'm going to switch back to my smaller brush. Okay, so I'm gonna start down here, line like that, and this is with the bluer shade, and then 3 dots. And then I'm going to use my greener one. Do a line like that. dots all the way across. You know what? I need to make this a little bit darker if it's going to show up. Okay, and the example actually doesn't have dots all the way across because these two middle dots I thought were too big, so I painted over them white, so let's fix those. Okay, there we go. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the bluer one to do this little line here. And also a line on here. And then dots all the way across. And a line down there. And across like that. With 3 little dots on the left side. And I'm gonna add even more blue to this. Outline the top. And do a little line there, a little line there. This one goes across, that one goes about halfway. Okay, so that sailboat is done. Okay, and so the next thing I am going to do is all of the hot pink. So neon colors are usually pretty see-through on their own. So one thing I do is I add white to it because that just gives it a little bit more coverage. And I'm also going to do one coat and then blow dry and then go back and do a second coat. So I'm going to switch back into time lapse so you don't have to watch all of that in its entirety. Okay, so now that we have all of the pink and it's blow dried and we did a double coat and everything, I am going to do all of the yellow. So just like the neon magenta, yellow is kind of see-through on its own. So I always add a little bit of white to it. And first thing we can do is the little dabs of yellow that are in the water. And I can tell already that I need a little bit more white in my yellow because I can see through it. that's better. So just kind of randomly, wherever you want to add a few little squiggles of yellow. Even do a few on the sides. Okay, and then we can move on to the boats. I'm going to use a slightly smaller brush for that. So we do a little triangle here along the outline, and then a line here. That went a little into my other sailboat, so I just wiped it off with my finger. Okay, where else do we need yellow? We need it here. Here. And then we'll move on to these other two on the side. This one has a dot. Ooh, careful not to put your hand in it. Two yellow dots, and then a triangle upside down. Okay, and on this one, the very tippy top is yellow. And the very bottom is yellow. Okay, and now all we have to do is the orange, and to make this orange, we just have to mix some hot pink or red, whatever you're using, into our yellow and white mixture. Okay. And if you add more pink, it becomes more of like a coral color, or if you add more yellow, it's more orangey. So I'm gonna add just a little bit more yellow. Okay. So first thing I do is a little line there. And then we have one here. So this is definitely more orange than the example. This is more coral. So if you want it to look more like the example, just add some more pink into it. But I'm kind of liking the bright orange in this. Okay, oh, and I just realized that I missed some yellow there, so good thing I didn't mix all of my yellow up into an orange. We can go back and do that after we do the orange. A little flick of orange down here. And then, oh, I missed that one right there, so I'm just gonna have to go on top of the yellow. And then fill in the rest of this. I don't know if y'all can hear that, but a huge storm just started a few minutes ago. So if you hear raindrops in the video, that's what it is. Okay, and then there's these 3 little lines. There's just one on the other side. This out a little bit. And then go back and fill in those 2 little places with some yellow. Okay, we are all done with our painting. Thank you everyone so much for watching. If you painted along, please post a picture in the comments. I would love to see it. I'm going to be posting more classes like this on YouTube, so please subscribe to me. And I hope you guys all have a great day. Bye.